The Insidious Chapter 3 takes us deeper into the chilling and otherworldly horror of the Further, a dimension where malevolent spirits and supernatural entities lurk in the shadows, waiting to prey on the living. Without a doubt, I felt that this one is the king of all the Insidious movies. I feel like this is undoubtedly due to the fact that it will make you all at once feel horrified and sad, while also having mild undercurrents of comedic relief. This movie has way more substance than all the others in the franchise. But before we move on to the review, please make sure to subscribe the channel and push the like button and comment if you want to see some more amazing reviews. A prequel set before the haunting of the Lambert family. Elise Rainier reluctantly agrees to use her spiritual ability to contact the dead in order to help Quinn Brenner, a teenage girl whose mother Lilith has recently passed. Quinn believes that Lilith has been attempting to reach out to her through the spirit world, so she visits Elise for a reading. Elise is unable to complete the reading. She stops after hearing a demonic presence who threatens to kill her. She warns Quinn that if you call out to one of the dead, all of them can hear you. Soon after the reading, Quinn begins to hear noises at night and notices more and more supernatural events occurring. She skips school to audition for a theater academy in New York. Before going on stage, she notices a figure waving to her from the offstage. This throws her audition off, and she stumbles through her lines. Later that night, Quinn meets with her friend Maggie. Maggie complains of her blown audition, and after they have a short conversation, both start feeling better. As they are crossing the street, Quinn sees the same figure waving down the street and stops to look. She is then hit by a car. The car accident leaves Quinn with 2 broken legs in casts. She is bound to a wheelchair. Her father, Sean, puts her in bed, with a bell to ring if she need him. Later in the night, she hears a knock on her wall. Assuming it is her next-door neighbor Hector, she knocks twice. He copies her, and she knocks the shave and a haircut pattern. He finishes it. Quinn texts Hector, when he reveals that he isn't home. Fearing it was someone else next door, she turns the light off to go to bed. The bell rings itself, scaring her, and her dad comes in. These paranormal occurrences become more and more frequent, each time Sean comes in and saves her. The demon is seen more and more frequently, a demonic corpse with a breathing mask, making a deathly rattling noise. Sean finds her thrown from her bed, on an entirely different floor, etc. Eventually, a version of Quinn without a face, hands or feet, is seen following under the demon's command. The odd version of Quinn is found by Sean on the ground outside of a broken window. When Quinn attempts to look over the edge of the window to see, the demon grabs her and tries to pull her down. Sean saves her, but her neck is injured in the process. Sean attempts to get in contact with Elise. She reluctantly comes, but as she enters the spiritual realm she finds herself afraid, and the demon very nearly kills her. She is brought back to living world, terrified, and refuses to continue. Sean has no choice but to call in someone else, a pair of bloggers, Specs and Tucker. Meanwhile, Elise seeks solace from her friend Carl with her same gift. Carl reassures her that she is much stronger than she believes. After a terrifying experience with Quinn and her demon, the 3 men admit that there is no doing this without Elise. Elise is now willing to help. This time she is much more powerful and confident. She is easily able to defeat the demon, but as they are escaping, it grabs a hold of Quinn's limbless version. This version of Quinn is revealed to be the half of Quinn's soul that the demon controls. Elise returns to the living world, and tells the group that this part of the battle must be fought by Quinn alone. They all grab a hold of her, but it is shown that she is losing the battle against the demon, as her alternate version gains more of her features. Elise begins to hear a voice in the living world, leading her to Quinn's diary, revealing a letter that Lilith wanted her to see before she graduated. The power from this letter helps guide Lilith to save Quinn and banish the demon, returning her to the living world. Lilith leaves her with some parting words, and the family is finally back together, as Specs and Tucker join Elise to deal with other supernatural disturbances. This was all for the movie. Chapter 3 of the franchise results to be an adequate and passable prequel to the other movies in this franchise. Nevertheless, it's another scary and good for fun movie that one can enjoy. Until next time, do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon button for notifications and comment below.